Trafford, the home of Manchester United, a special place that makes the heart beat faster. The Theatre of Dreams has provided some of the most magical skill ever seen in world football. And this is your chance to discover the key to Manchester United's success.
We've always believed in the player who's complete control of the ball. That's what we are looking for, the player who makes a difference.
At some point in a game, you can't just depend on running. This involves skill.
You'll meet the stars of Manchester United, and they'll give you the tips from the top.
Down and shoot.
The new boys and the old hands guide you through a few essentials.
The moment you make a mistake, it's over. You go for the next one. You never stop doing it.
You'll get a chance to see the skills from every angle and find out that anyone can give it a go and taste success on the ball.
Anyone can play in a game of football. You see it every Sunday, pub leagues, church leagues, everything. That doesn't mean to say you're a footballer. The only way to become a top footballer is to practice. And the foundation I'm talking about is to give you that skill that you can take into a football field, and then you're talking about being a footballer.
The Manchester United Academy has produced a dazzling array of stars. Giggs, Scholes and Beckham, to name but a few. The kids here start early. The youngest age group is just 9 years old.
And stop!
If you want to become a footballer, or even if you just want to play it on a Sunday with your mates, it's important to learn your skills to produce that on a match day.
We're trying to instill in some skill that they will use in a football game, especially at the very highest level, where that bit of skill can make all the difference between winning and losing a game.
I could see in Ruud a really immature, raw centre-forward of the old style. Only concern was, that net, where is that net? And loved hitting the net.
Well, I think a step over is a great skill to use in a game because it's very functional and it's quite easy to use as well. It's a skill that will work 9 out of 10 times.
Ruud's not the only Dutchman at the club. René Meulenstein is the skills development coach at Manchester United, and it's his job to teach the academy kids and you how to improve your game.
Go on, boy. Ah, well done. Good lads. Ready? Right. This skill does exactly what it says. Let me show you. It's to step over. So I'm running with the ball over and change direction. 4 steps to remember for this skill.
Step 1. Plant your foot here, what we will call behind the ball. Step 2. Swing your kicking foot around the ball. Step 3. Bring your non-kicking foot in alongside the ball. Step 4. With that same foot, take the ball away.
You can do this skill anywhere on the park. And it also works very well when there's a defender around you. Justin, can you be my defender for a sec? So we're both running in the same direction. You try to come in front of me to block me. I use the step over to get out of trouble, right? Here we go. Hop, and away I go, okay? Right, Justin, now you come and do it. Well, you're left or right footed? Left footed, right, I'm gonna go on this side then, right? Whoa, and just bring it back, Justin. Right, just come in. Hold it there. Now, swing your foot around with your right foot. Stop, what's wrong about this? Exactly right. He's turning into me, and he's not shielding. See that, Justin? Now I can take the ball. Take the ball back, again, and we do it again with our left. Turn away from me as a defender. That's it, excellent, good stuff.
The side the defender is on determines which foot you swing around the ball. If he's on your left, use the right foot. If he's on your right, use your left.
Try to emphasize that swing over the ball like you're going to cross or kick it. Right, you pretend you cross, and then you swing your leg around. Good.
You don't need the great facilities of Manchester United to improve your skills. All the top players started out practicing with their friends. It's the best way to learn.
The best players, the ones who love the football, you don't have to send them out to practice. They will be outside all day.
Say hello to Ruud.
Hi.
I know.
I know. I met you all before, didn't I?
Yeah.
How are you? That's what I remember when I was a kid. I would just, you know, when my mom shouted me in for a meal, I didn't want to go in because you want to stay outside. You want to, you know, copy a skill that the player did on TV. And that's what you did the whole day, and show it to your friends who could do it first. I had to work very, very hard to be where I am now. It's not like very natural that it happened to me. And I think if you work hard, you can achieve a lot, and that's what I always try to do. I think it's important that you think first which way you want to go. You see a certain space. For example, you know, that's very crowded with defenders, and there you see the opening. So you know where you want to go, and that's that way. That's the first thing. Second thing is, you know, you're going to do the movement, you know? You're going to think, okay, I want to go there, which skill am I going to use? And I think this one is a very useful one to use. And I think it's a matter of doing the skill and turn very quickly to turn away from your defender.
Practice with your left and right until you're confident with each skill using either foot.
You think you can do it, Tom? Right? Use Ruud as your defender.
Okay.
Right? Which way are you going to go? Where's the defender? On that side. Okay, fine. Off you go. Excellent.
That's good.
Brilliant.
I think he did it with his left. He can try it with the outside of his right too, because maybe you're more quicker with the outside to make the turn. If you do the step over like this, you need to make a step and take it with the left. It takes maybe longer than if you take the outside.
Fair point. Yeah.
Like that.
Can you do that, Tom? Can you try that once more with the tips Ruud gave you? Right, you know where Ruud is?
Yes,
excellent.
He's quicker now, huh?
Fast feet are a must if you're going to be a top player. And nobody in the English game has faster feet than Cristiano Ronaldo.
Bem-vindos for our new players.
I think it's just the way I play. Ever since I was a youngster in Madeira, I've always been a player that enjoyed taking someone on one-on-one. It's in my nature, and I've always done this.
see, Dick, how quick. So, again on that one more. Hop. Hop. Excellent, excellent. Now then, that is a combination of a lot of moves, isn't it? Step over, scissors, roll it across and all that. But he never loses the ball. He's always in control of the ball.
Your speed with the ball, either foot, manipulating it, making decisions in and outside the fullback, playing and then moving in another position, and done at speed. And everything was done at great speed. And I think that was the thing that made me sit up.
It's the sort of speed that means it had to be Ronaldo against the rest. It may sound unfair, but Ronaldo gave the others a head start to make up for it.
Good, boys.
When you're facing a player, you want to keep the ball, try to change your speed and direction. Well, that way they can't tackle you. Try to cross the ball quickly so it can't be intercepted.
Tentarem cruzar logo para que eles não possam reposicionarem-se logo de seguido momento.
Football seems to speak all languages at Manchester United. Now it was time for the academy players to show some skills of their own.
Oh!
It's just like continuing living a dream to be able to come and play with your best mates, and I've been lucky that my brother and my best mates have been playing here with me for like 10 years now, going out in front of 70,000 people, the laughs that we have in the changing rooms. I don't think I'll ever be able to replace that in my life when it goes, and that's why you want to continue doing it for as long as possible, and anybody who has the opportunity to become a football player, you know, never let it pass.
And hold it there, Jim, and hold it there. Just hold on to the ball, just bring it over here. Let me show you. Let me show you this. Let me show you the stop turn, which is a great skill to keep the ball in play. There's the line. Ball is running towards the line. Stop turn. Anton, can you come out as my defender? Stop turn is also a great skill, right, to shield the ball from the defender and change direction instantly. Right, so Anton and I running down the line. Are you ready? And I use the stop turn to get away with him. Here we go, look. Let me talk you through the different steps of the stop turn.
Step 1. Plant your non-kicking foot beside the ball. Step 2. Plant your kicking foot on top of the ball. Step 3. Roll the ball backwards, plant your kicking foot behind the ball and turn your body. Step 4, take the ball away in the opposite direction.
Just watch me as the defender when Anton turns, how quickly he gets away. Ah!
Watch here as the ball stops and rolls back in the opposite direction. Turn as quickly as you can to get away from the defender.
That's what we're going to practice. Off you go. There you go. Well done.
Only by practicing a skill can you really perfect it. Little sessions like this can help iron out any problems with your technique.
Let me show you one thing, man. You just did a stop turn, but you just stopped the ball, right? Now, better is, watch this, boys, it's better if you do the stop turn, right? You're coming, Ben. You do a stop turn and you're rolling it backwards, which shields the ball from the defender. At the same time, you make a bigger step and it gets you away quicker from the defender.
Practice on your own or with a friend. It's a simple skill, but it's one that will always get you out of trouble. And it's one that the pros use too.
You have to win, but you have to win playing a certain way, and that's something that has always been, as a fan, I've always been aware of that, and as a player even more so.
Is there anything particular which you say, if I really have to break it down, that you say, right, this is the thing where I'm really looking for?
I think you'd always try and make sure that when you do something like that, that you try and disguise that you are going to cross it, or disguise that you're going to take it on, so that they're expecting you to go and then you turn. And it's been unpredictable in the sense that you try and making them think you're going to do something differently, and then you switch quickly before they even know it, you're gone. And the change, as soon as you change direction, you're always going to have a head start and always get your body in between you and the man. Make sure that you protect that ball. He's going to be there on the inside. You make sure that your body, your arms out, so that he can't get near that ball. You go boom and throw it away. He then, I'll guarantee you'll have 2 or 3 yards start on him, and you can pass it away, or you can then maybe dribble inside or whatever.
Don't lose possession. Turn away using a stop turn.
And then it's a simple technique, but they're the basic ones that they're the ones that you use most in the game as a defender. You know, it doesn't have to be, you know, great skills. You can beat a man by just, or change direction by just simple things like a stop turn.
A vital point as well is that part of the disguise is you keep on running up, because defenders do the obvious. They always want to come in front, don't they? So the moment is that when he passes you, you feel him.
Yeah.
That's the arm as well. You feel him coming.
I think when you put your arm out, you're wanting to know where your opponent is. As soon as I've got Rennie there, I know then I can go there, and he's never going to get back before me.
Because I'm always still in the forward.
If I put my arm out and he's behind me, I know not to do a stop turn because I know he's not alongside me. For instance, if I'm like that, I'm not going to do a stop turn now because I know René's behind me. But if he's alongside me, or if he's in front of me, if I can feel him there, then I can go.
The other thing is, Gary, if I would stay behind you and you would still be on your run, right, to make sure that I can't get in front of you, what would be the other thing what you're thinking of doing then?
I would always want to go. You
cut across, don't you?
If a defender tries to read you and you can see that he thinks you're going to do a stop turn, go across him and put your arm across him. I mean, that's the ultimate thing to try and do anyway. So always to try and get past the defender and to get across his body. Once you're across his body, you're talking penalties, free kicks, or you beat him and you're maybe through towards goal. I'm never going to be a Ryan Giggs where I can dribble past people like that, but something just to be able to produce something that is a little bit unpredictable in the last third. Because as a defender at Manchester United, you can't just be a defender, you have to be an attacker as well, especially if you're a full-back. And you have to be able to go forward, cross the ball, but to be able to actually produce something in the final third as well. You've seen Mikhail do it, and John O'Shea can beat a man in the last third of the pitch. That's something that I'm looking to improve, also this year as well.
At every level, skill is the foundation for any United player. But that doesn't have to mean outrageous flicks and showboating. The basic skills are important to learn if you want to make it as a pro. These guys want to win, even in a kick around.
I've started at the bottom rung of the ladder and you never feel as though you're going to get there, but you can get there. You just practice and enjoy your football, and they have got the best grounding in the world at this club. The coaching here is better than anywhere else, as it should be. It's the best club, and that's the reason I'm here today, is because of the coaching that I received and the hours that they put in with me.
Kane's up there with the best of the captains. Have you seen him play football?
You have to have a certain personality to be a captain.
To have him as the captain in the middle, just as like as if you have an extra man.
What are the pressures of being the captain of the biggest club in the world? What's the best way to lead? There's only one man at United with the answer.
Being captain for me is it's just a bonus really, because I'd feel, when you got 11 players out there, you should all have the same aims and you should all be trying to win a football match and basically do anything for each other as soon as you cross that white line.
Leading the team out at Old Trafford is not for the faint-hearted.
When you're standing in a tunnel, you're just ready. Let's get it on.
How do you inspire the team?
I think actions, definitely. I think we can all talk the talk, but I think the most important thing is maybe how I perform, and try and lead in the right way.
Although he blasts players a lot and he's encouraging because his influence is such huge and his personality is huge, there are the moments where he puts his arm around the shoulder. So all the sort of encouraging, the urging he does during the game was forgotten after the game. We've got tomorrow.
Job, especially midfield, would be basically try and get the ball and maybe switch play and give the lads who can play. We've got a lot of attack-minded players in the team, but my role would basically to maybe sit and protect the back four, and I'm quite happy to do that job.
Right, boys, remember why we need skills. We need skills anywhere on the pitch when there's no other player to pass to. You've got loads of skills. Just take your position in front of me here and let me show you this skill. Can I have the ball, Tom? Thank you. Have a look at this one, the inside hook turn. And out. Let me show you with the defender. Potsy, can you step in for a minute? You're the defender. Inside hook turn is an ideal skill, right, to shield the ball, to change direction, as well as the angle of attack.
Step 1. The ball needs to be at least a stride length in front of you. Step 2. Lift your kicking foot up and over, placing the inside of the foot in front of the ball. Step 3. Use a little jump to swing your non-kicking foot around the ball. Step 4. Push the ball past the defender.
Putsy, can you do it and I'll be your defender? Off you go. Excellent, and away. Fantastic.
Watch how the body rotates around the ball, protecting it from a defender and changing the angle of attack. If you're struggling with this one, remember the little jump in step 3. It'll help you speed up your turn.
Lana, can I have your ball? So if you're not comfortable, you know, with your inside, like that, what you then do is use the outside of your right foot, right? And the same thing, you can change direction with only needing 2 touches. Look, the ball is there, 1, 2, and you're out.
It's a skill FA Premier League players use all the time. It allows them to change the angle of attack and protect the ball from the opposition player. It will allow you to use your favourite foot to keep possession for your team. The steps are the same as the inside hook, but this time you use the outside of your kicking foot to go the other way.
Trying to instill in some skill that they will use in a football game, especially at the very highest level, where that bit of skill can make all the difference between winning and losing a game. So I think hopefully with these young kids here, if we can get a message across to them now, that everyone will reap the benefits in a few years' time, and hopefully they'll all make to the first team.
Just show Danny and then just give a couple of key points to make sure to make it work.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Yeah, well, first of all, what do you think I'm trying to do there? I think in my position, as you said, Renee, you're going to be tackled from the side. Now, it's 100 miles an hour in the centre midfield. So what I'm doing is, what do you think I'm doing? Yeah. I'm protecting the what? Can you get that there? No. Can you see it? No. And I'm low down. And if you try and come in that way, come around this way, there you go. I'm away. And that's what I try and do. If you try and come in this way, there you go. It's as simple as that, but it's an important skill because in tight situations like that, especially in big games, in my position, I think if I lose it in the centre midfield, then you got these midfielders going against our back 4. So I think it's very important that I do shield the ball well. And not just this, you got to be strong and keep, you know, you've got no way of getting that ball there. Yeah, do you want to try again? You pass here, give us the ball. Here, you go, yeah. There you go. If you come in from that side, come in again from that side. There you go, there you go. Now I'd be playing against lads that's a touch bigger than you maybe, and they might try and boot me, but if I get a free kick, that's well and good, as long as you've got the gist of it. Do you want me to try it with you? If I give you the ball, and I'm coming to tackle you, and you try, that's it. No matter how good I am at tackling, if you're shielding that ball, I've got no chance of getting it against you. And if I try and cheat and gamble this way, then you go back out that way, and then you're on against our back 4, and I'm out of the game. And that could be the difference between winning and losing the ball, something as small as that.
Brad, can you try, we go the other way around now, you go into Roy that way, you start with an outside, right, and if Roy recovers, you go that way, you come back in an inside. Yeah, Brad?
You got that, yeah?
When you are. Well done. Keep going. And inside. Good. And away. Well done. Keep shielding it. Excellent.
Well
Good stuff.
Done. Excellent. See, I couldn't even get the ball there unless I fouled you. I was tempted, but you shielded the ball well. You went that way. I maybe tried to cheat a little bit, and you were gone there, and you were away. That was very well done. Well done.
What are the other things you think which they need to, on the way up, you know, what they need to try to master?
Be determined and have plenty of desire to try and to become a player for Manchester United, because that's what you need. I think you wouldn't be here unless you were talent. We all know you've got talent. I've seen you on the television before at the academy, and you're all skillful. But that is just a small part of it, lads. I'm telling you, it's a very, very small part. To get to the very top, you need desire and determination. You can enjoy yourself when you're working hard. You know, it's not against the rules, and you can laugh and enjoy yourselves. And hopefully you will do that today. We're going to have a little game now in a few minutes. Me and Scores are going to join in and enjoy it, because that's what football's all about for young kids.
So, as the captain says, enjoy your football and don't be afraid to try new skills. That's what the players at the academy are taught.
Switch it again. Well played, that's it. Well done it. That's right. 1, 2, shoot. Great goal.
If you want to become a footballer, or even if you just want to play it on a Sunday with your mates, it's important to learn your skills to produce that on a match day, whether it be in front of 60,000 at Old Trafford or just a few people in the park. If you're good at it, then you're bound to enjoy it. So it doesn't matter what sort of scale you're performing in front of.
Talking about this skill, I can only think of one player, Ryan Giggs. Everybody knows his fantastic runs at pace, at the defender, and off balancing him, by this skill. There's not too many steps to this skill. In fact, there's only 2.
Step 1. Change the direction of the ball with the inside of the foot. Step 2. Change the direction with the outside. Like all skills, practice first with a static ball, then at walking pace, and then build up until you can run at full speed, keeping control of the ball.
Tom, can you come out a minute? Because you are like Ryan Giggs, left-footed. If you can step out there to the 18-yard line, I'm going to pass the ball to you. And when you receive it, Tom, you just come towards us, shifting the ball at an angle each time. And when you get in shooting positions, you just shoot at goal. Ready? Right. In, out, bang. Brilliant, fantastic.
It's simple but effective. Shift your weight and keep moving the ball, and the defender won't know what to do.
Go.
It's so important to practice skills with both feet. The ability to beat an opponent on either side makes it twice as hard for a defender to get the ball.
Great finish, well done. Well done, well done. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Excellent. Yes, Popsy. Change angles, good, and shoot. Go past them if you can, good, good. Keep going. At pace. Good, excellent. Yes, well done. Very good.
I think when you get the ball at your feet and you know you're going to be taking on a defender, you can feel the crowd's expectation, and you just get an extra buzz, really. It just gives you an extra spring in your step. Alright.
I'm Potsy.
Alright.
Lona. My mate loves Wales.
What's that?
My mate loves Wales.
Does he?
And Cardiff City.
Wales and Cardiff City?
Yeah.
It's my second team, that, Cardiff.
Yeah.
That's who I used to support. When you come to United, you're playing with the best young players in the country, and you have to up your game. What I try to do is, when I get the ball, is unbalance the defender. And that's by moving your body, but more importantly, moving the ball. So the defender's trying to go for the ball, and he can't because you keep moving it. The ideal situation is if you get the defender turning the other way, so he can't see you. So you've got him turning the other way, and he don't know which way you're going. That's the ideal situation, really, for me.
A bit like this, as Giggs bamboozles the Chelsea defence.
First touch is important, so what I'm trying to do is unbalance him.
Fantastic. Excellent. Can you show the players clearly what is actually happening with your feet to still keep, control of the ball?
The better you get at it, I mean, but it's getting touches of the ball outside of the foot, inside of the foot. So you want to go forward or you want to go sideways. Even the top of the foot, sometimes you may need that to get yourself out of trouble.
What particular part of the foot are you using by doing these little touches, you know.
You're on your toes and you want to unbalance the defender, so that's the main part of the foot that I use.
It's the front part, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just the instep.
Tom, you're the attacker now, and Ryan is going to be the defender. So make your way out of there, right? Ryan will feed in the ball and see if you can off-balance Ryan. There you go, Tom. Keep going, keep going.
Good, that's good.
Excellent.
Brilliant, Tom.
Pick up the ball, Tom, quickly.
That's brilliant, that's perfect, because he had such good close control, I couldn't go and tackle him, because if I went to tackle him, he could just nip it past me and I'd have to bring him down, or he'd get past me.
Right.
So that was a perfect example. If I had to say one thing, it would be sometimes trying to practice with your right foot, because sometimes you need your right foot. Just close control, because you just use your left foot then. So if you're a defender, I'm thinking, right, his right foot's his weak point. I'm going to show him onto his right.
Yeah.
So if a defender does that, you should be comfortable enough to attack his right and go on and shoot. You need to have good balance, and you use your arms. You make sure you've got good control of the ball, and that's what I try and do, really. I've come across defenders, they don't look at the ball, they look at me.
Yeah.
They're just looking in my eyes. And first time you come across that, you're thinking, whoa, what's he doing?
That combination of skill and pace terrifies defenders.
One of the hardest skills, running at pace and shooting. Because there's only one way that you can shoot, really, I mean, which is just... if you're running at pace, you can't give the keeper the eyes or place it. So if you beat a defender and you're through on goal, the first thing to do is just steady yourself.
So let's say you come to the end of the run, right?
Yeah.
So you're approaching the ball now to shoot.
Shift it onto my left, yeah.
Right, and then like your step to the ball is the big one, short one?
I think you need short steps coming into it.
Right.
Because you might not have a lot of time in the penalty box, you need to do it quickly. So it's just short step, and then just hit it.
Is there a good way for the kids, because we've seen shooting and all that, to practice that on their own?
Maybe picking a spot on the wall, get some chalk, mark a spot on the wall, and just keep hitting it. Hit it against the wall, control it, and just trying to hit the spot. You know, if I wasn't a footballer, I'd still be playing it. And you've got it as a career. I mean, I've got friends who I played with when I was 14, 15, still playing a Saturday, still playing a Sunday, and that would have been the case with me.
One man sums up the desire to win that has made this club the biggest in the world. Sir Alex Ferguson arrived at Old Trafford in 1986 and since then has become the most successful manager of the modern era.
It's football through and through, and that can only rub off on the players, and I think that's why we've been, you know, quite successful over the last few years, because all he cares about is football and Manchester United.
Come on. What are you going to do? You're going to express yourself.
He has the respect of everyone. He's a great man. He's a great coach, and you know, for me, it's been easy because I just jump in, listen to his words of wisdom, and try and follow them.
And it's not just the new players that the boss has influenced.
Take him on, excellent.
The answers you want for the questions you want, because he's handled so many players, and that's the first thing, the man management and how down to earth he was.
Have you seen the photograph in my office, have you? 11 guys sitting on the top of the Empire State Building. You ever seen that photograph?
Oh, I have, yeah.
Yeah, you've seen it, right? And these guys were Navajo Indians, right? And if one fell, the other one grabbed them. Maybe 2 or 3 would die at one time just to save each other. You can't have a better example of teamwork than that, can you? So you've got to do everything for your team. That's how United have won all these things. It's not been one individual. Maybe an individual has made a difference, but the team has always been good. All worked hard. There's nothing wrong with working hard. Okay? Well done. You got a haircut. Good at that lard. There's a lard that's on that. What are you putting it? Gel.
The boss is unbelievable. I think he's one of the most thorough managers in the game, and that's why you get so many people join Man United and play for us.
First and foremost, you know, you've got to be able to control the ball and pass it. all the great players do it. It's probably one of the simplest thing to do, pass it from A to B. But you know, without that, you won't get very far in the game. And I think young kids have got to learn that. The basics of the games is one of the most important things you do when you're growing up.
Different range of passes. You know, sometimes you have to receive it, sometimes you want to knock it straight back. Just Anton, can I give you a little example what I mean? Because Nick is a midfield player linking a lot of with midfielders or defenders. If he comes and play it in, most of the time you just play and knock it and set some other player to go. Yeah. Just knock it into Nicky a couple of balls. Just spread out a little bit, boys, so Nicky can maybe play you the ball, and let's have a go with a couple of one-touch passes. Play it a little bit harder. Play it a little bit harder. Good. Be ready, on your toes. Right. Good. Excellent. Just step in, Nick, 1 second. You had a couple of one-touches here, right? And all of them, and actually you actually changed direction as well with them. Can you just talk through in a couple of key points what is important to make sure, you know, that ball goes where you want?
Yeah, I think when the ball comes into you, it's important to get your foot next to the ball, not kicking it, get yourself set right, and pass the ball with an instep and lock your ankle. And depending on distance, you're going to follow through with your foot as well. I think it's very important to where you're going to pass the ball.
Sometimes, or loads of times, there's nobody you can directly pass to. You have to receive it, right? Just a couple of these. Play it in.
Make sure your first touch is out your feet as well, and it helps. You get set for the next pass. Yeah, I think it's quicker, isn't it, if you do it like that. Make sure you try and hit the middle of the ball to try and keep it on the deck, depending on where you want it to go. In the air, obviously, a bit lower, and so on.
That's great, Nicky, because these passes with the instep, they're very accurate. Yeah. But some occasions, you know, you want to really change the play over maybe 30, 40 yards. What is then the big difference in terms of the approach to the ball and your position of the foot?
I think obviously it's more, the more distance it is, you know, the more you got to get your foot through the ball, so it's more of a bigger run-up.
Yeah, can you show me one?
Yep.
And when you give it more of a swerve to it?
Around, yeah.
Yeah?
More basically around maybe a full back into the path of the winger. It's more, you know, in step, top of the boot like that, and it bends, a bit of bend on it.
Right. Can you show me this one?
Yep.
Excellent.
Learn your skills for when you don't have a friend to pass to, but practice your passing for when you do.
When you're only young, you don't put too much pressure on yourself. You know, I think you go out and just play with your mates and develop different techniques, different skills, and you know, you just even in the backyard on your own, get a ball and keep it up and just practice things you see professionals do. And if you keep doing that, you'll master it eventually.
The skills are coming thick and fast, so it's a good time to make sure you remember the basics. Remember, pass it if you can, and always be on the move.
Well played.
If you've got a bit of skill to set somebody on, do it. Again.
Well played.
Yeah, well done.
You're watching the game, so you see when there's a problem with the play. Jump up, ready to run on. You've got to wait for the referee to signal, and you've got to get to the play as quick as you can. Assess the injury. Initially, to see if it's your really major injury, it's extremely rare. Most other injuries, they're not immediately serious, so you do have time to be able to assess it. A few seconds can tell you a lot of information. I used to work in the old training ground, and the difference of coming here is amazing. The amount of things we can do with the players, the extra things we can do. We can get the players back to fitness quicker, certainly with having such good facilities.
Good.
They're very professional. Obviously, at a club like this, the players are all very professional, and that helps them to cope with it, because it's not as if they're sort of waiting for the injury to get better. They're doing work to get it better. It's very important that when they're injured, that they accept it's their injury and their problem, and they have to do the work to get better.
One player who has had his fair share of injury problems at United is Wes Brown. Rob Swire and his team have overseen his recovery from a serious knee injury.
He knows exactly what you need. I mean, sometimes you can be further ahead then maybe that's written down on the sheet, and he sort of sees that and maybe pushes you a bit further. And, you know, if you tell him something's niggling, you know, it tells you to slow down a bit, take your time for a few days. Just little things like that.
Best sort of warm-up for a kid to do at home before the training would be just to have a jog about for 5 minutes, just around the pitch or backwards and forwards, things like that, nice and light, just to increase the heart rate a bit and get the blood flowing around the legs, the joints and muscles and everything. And then just at the end of the 5 minutes, if they looked about a 20-metre distance and just did maybe 2 or 3 stronger runs there, not sprints, but 2 or 3 stronger runs to get into it, with a little jog back to the beginning in between each one. And then if they did a couple of sprints over 10 metres, again with a slow jog back to the beginning, that would be fine to get going.
Quinton Fortune is one of the most naturally gifted players in the United squad. He's the perfect man to demonstrate one of football's best known but most effective skills, the Cruyff, named after legendary Dutch player Johan Cruyff.
Best skill to turn instantly is a Cruyff turn. Let me show you. Nicky, can I have your ball? So you're running at pace. You want to change direction very quickly. Have a look. Right? That was with my right foot. Now one with my left. You're running at pace again. The ball is in front. And you turn and change direction quickly. There's 4 steps to this skill. And the first one is very important.
Give yourself space. Too close to the ball and the skill won't work. Step 2, plant your non-kicking foot beside the ball. You want to look as if you're going to kick it. Look at the space created. Step 3, bring your kicking foot in beside the ball. Step 4, flick the ball with the kicking foot behind your standing leg.
Let's pretend Nicky is the defender, I'm attacker, with the back against towards the goal. You're the defender chasing me, right? So I'm running out of the box, right? You ready? Yeah. Good. There, and this skill is going to get me back into the box, ready to have a shot at goal. I'm the defender this time, you're the attacker, running out the box, and your skill is going to bring you back in. Ready? Yeah. Go. Brilliant finish as well.
It's your body shape that makes it look as if you're going to shoot or cross. Exaggerate the move with your arms. Make sure you swing your kicking foot really fast to make the defender think you're going to kick it.
Well done, Anton. Good. That's it.
Doesn't matter, you know, if you haven't got the best of skills, but if you really want something in life, you know, work hard for it and have a dream. All dreams are possible if you really want it, so.
And this is what hard work, practice, and a sprinkling of natural talent can create.
You don't like that? You don't like that? That's nice. You guys ready? What? You're gonna have to be careful because I might just, you know, kick it straight at you. So very important is obviously get your good first touch, yeah? Head up to know, you know, where the other players are, where you're going, what position, and obviously where your defender is. So, for example, you defend the guys here.
I'm defending.
Rennie's defending. Just outside Rennie.
Yeah.
And I'm running.
Like.
Now, very important is where I put my leg, my right leg, and then when I bring it back, I got all the space to bring it back. So you got to use your imagination. You got to lift your head up, make Rennie think you're gonna kick it over there, but you touch it out and you just bring it back. But as you're bringing it back, you keep yourself between Rennie, you know, you're in the middle, the ball, Rennie the side, and the ball the other side to protect the ball. Yep.
Well, yeah, excellent. One or 2 points I would like to, you know, you address. Because I was the defender here, yep. Right? And just pick the moment out when you're going to do it.
Okay.
Right, because we're both running that way.
Yeah.
And obviously you make me believe you're going to cross or shoot. So all the defenders try to come across. That moment there, because, you know, I was looking at your body position there, because you flicked behind your... Yeah, right? So you were there, I come storming in.
Touch it up.
Yeah. There, just that one.
That moment, yeah. Because my leg comes out, my head is up, Rennie thinks at that specific moment I'm going to kick it, but I bring it back and go the other direction.
We have a look. Larnell, can you come in for a minute, right? And we make you the attacker. Quinton is the defender now. He's right-footed, Quinton. Right, make sure, because he's really fast, Quinton, so you have to make up some ground, right? Are you ready, Larnell?
Okay,
go.
I'm coming. Yay! Well done.
Brilliant, excellent. Brad, you do it. Come on. Good stuff, that.
I'm coming. Hoi! Beautiful.
Excellent.
Nice.
Great stuff. Excellent. Brilliant. Well done. Quinton, Cruyff's turn. We've talked about it.
Yep.
In your position, most likely midfield.
Yep.
Sometimes centre, sometimes on the left.
Yep.
What particular things in the game, like say, makes you recognise, right, great moment for Cruyff's turn?
When he's very tight. When I'm running down the line and I see 2 or 3 defenders maybe in a way, and I'm gonna have to change direction. For example, if I'm on the byline and it's 2 or 3 and I want to change, go the other way, I would just normally just bring it out and go back to Keenan, Ikiba, or someone who's in the midfield, Scholze.
To change the play, the angle of attack.
Or when I'm in the middle of the pitch, I'm running one way, going the other direction, and play it out to Giggsy or Scholze,
right,
or someone in the wing. And that's the, well, you can basically use it in any part of the field, but well, that's my position. I'm just making an example of my position I play in.
You can use the Cruyff as a midfielder trying to get out of trouble, or on the wing trying to outsmart a fullback.
Is there any other skill,
yeah.
favourite skill you like to do to fake the defenders? Can you show that?
My favourite one is, I used to pick this up in South Africa, watching the old legends, Joe Musono, you know, the master himself. And it's just when I'm on the wing and the right back normally comes, so he's thinking I'm going to cross, so I'm just giving him the fake. You know, that's normally I just do that to make myself a little bit of space. I'll show it again slowly. Take it out, roll, and go out again. Well, that's the next step.
The follow-up.
I think you have to be obviously a little bit insane, but be brave and courageous. You know, be strong-willed, have a good temperament. You know, you need to show that you have confidence in yourself and in your teammates. You know, when times get tough in there, they're going to look to you. So you need to make sure you're confident.
It's not just outfield players that need to be able to deal with the ball at their feet. Goalkeepers must be able to control a back pass from a teammate and pass it upfield. All this while being charged down by the opposition centre-forwards, as United's goalkeeping coach explains.
Good. With the situation that you've got now with the rule changes with the back pass, it's so important that the goalkeepers are comfortable dealing with the back pass and receiving the ball, giving themselves the best opportunity to pass the ball back out to keep possession or to deliver it further upfield.
A one-on-one situation for a goalie can mean the difference between winning and losing a game.
It's the hardest position on the pitch, because if you make one mistake, it's a goal. So everything's on your shoulder, and I enjoy the pressure, and that's what I love being like a keeper.
Nice shot. Yes.
Concentration is a must for a top goalkeeper.
He's got it.
You might be out of the action for 89 minutes and be called upon to make a match-winning save in the 90th. With that much pressure, it's not surprising that many keepers have dreamt of playing outfield.
Yeah, I'll have it. And change. Change.
Yeah, I've played up front, you know, but obviously I'm a goalkeeper for a reason. I wasn't that good, but I enjoy being out on the field and kicking it around.
United now have a formidable lineup of goalkeepers, including 3 internationals, all ready to put themselves in the firing line in the service of their team. Surely you have to be mad to be a keeper.
There's 22 out on a football pitch. 2 of them are standing there waiting for the ball to come to them. And 20 are chasing around like lunatics trying to get it. So who's mad now?
There's some explosion in your body, in your mind. It's a collective celebration. At Old Trafford and you score there, it seems like the place is exploding around me as well and inside me too. It's a feeling that I chase all the time because it's such a brilliant thing that happens to you. The nicest goal I scored is at a dribble from the halfway line against Fulham at home, and that was just a moment where everything around you just is not there. I just was there with the ball and I kept going and dribbling and beating players. The ball was in the back of the net, and that's when I realized, that I was at Old Trafford, in a way, and it was a great feeling.
A goal is the ultimate end product of any skill. Watch Ruud here. He's using some of the turns you've learned to get himself in against the keeper. Head over the ball, body balanced and relaxed. All you need to do then is beat the keeper. Close in or at distance, the same rules apply. Pick your spot and place the ball with confidence. Ruud scored 44 goals in all competitions in the 2002-2003 season. And he loved every single one of them.
I think it's important to see the angle where you are, where you're going to put it. If you're a bit on the outside, goalkeeper is going to be at the near post. You want to play most of the times to the left side. And I think you have to react where you are and where the goalkeeper is, and then decide quickly where you're going to put it.
You've heard from some of the stars who've shown you how to perform the skills that make United one of the greatest sides in the world. The rest of the first team are standing by, but first, the boss wants a word.
You have a skill you can produce at a given moment. You must enjoy that, particularly if it's successful. So that's where perfection, and that's where the master of the ball has an enjoyment because he can do it.
Old Trafford, the playground of some of the world's greatest players.
If you take the outside.
In part 1, the stars showed you how to play like a champion. An unprecedented look behind the scenes. A skills masterclass from the best of the best.
If you're able to master these things, then you can go into the further thing. And the further thing is how you add to your armoury.
To add to your armoury, keep listening as the Manchester United first team share their skills with you. Can you match the champions? All the top players, all the greatest skills. Your chance to learn from the masters.
To be a top player, you have to have a vision, and also you have to have a talent that can overcome your opponent in a 1v1 situation. It's to be able to outmaneuver your opponent with the ability to beat him. The ability to overcome tight marking or tackling in a way that people say, whew, I'll come back to see this.
Attitude is one of the main things in football, I think, and if you got attitude, come on, take the ball from me, beat me. It's a nice feeling to have that confidence, and the manager allows us to express ourselves, especially the last third of the pitch. That's where you should do it.
Right, boys, bring it in. Come on, quickly, Jimmy. The skill we're going to concentrate on today is what we call the drag back. This one works best if the ball is lying still. So most likely it's when you receive the ball and then the defender comes in. Justin, can you just play that ball in for me? I receive it there, just to give it a little bit of space. Just imagine there's a defender coming in. Your kicking foot on the ball, drag it back, twist and go the other way. Right, if you do it with your left, same thing. So you receive it, there's it, defender comes in from that side, twist, turn, and off you go.
There are 4 steps to the drag back. Step 1, plant your non-kicking foot behind the ball, not too close. Step 2, put your kicking foot on top of the ball. Step 3, drag the ball back and twist your body in the direction you want to go. Step 4, push the ball away with the inside of the same foot.
You actually sort of say to the defender, right, here it is, pick it up, right? So I make him believe that he can steal it off me.
You can see from below that the ball is quite a distance away. This is what teases the defender.
Anthony, if you can step out, just a minute over there, that's the defender. Now he comes, look, now I take it away, spin away, right? You make him believe he can steal it. From here, good, come on, play on, Anton, play on. That's it, well done, good, Nicky. Change, that's it. Oh, Jim, brilliant. And score, fantastic. You want to receive the ball away from the defenders, you have to tease them. Sometimes you just stop the ball. That's a great way to do a drag back. If you stop the ball, play me the ball, Nicky. Plays the ball, I stop it there. Jassy, charge in, boom, there you go. That's it, Ben, and finish. Great ball. Come on, Nicky, play on. Good, set him up. Well done, good goal. That's your reward, that's your end product. Come on.
Your end product will come too if you perfect the drag back. It's a great skill to embarrass an opponent.
Morning.
Good morning, lads.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a constant thorn in defenders' sides. He knows all about making an opponent look silly.
Try to tease the defender to take the ball. When you try, have a good first touch. Or the first thing, most important thing is to get it away from the defender. Have a good first touch. And for me as a striker, sometimes it's very useful just to have a short, so I can have a shot after. The defender tries to take me, the goal is there, so I can shoot. Not too far away, always have it under control after the first touch. I'm trying to tease you to try to get it, because I know I'm quicker than you. I know what I want to do. So when you try to get the ball, get away and shoot. Watch it now. I'll try to get it.
What went wrong there?
The drag back was very good, but the touch to the side, you didn't control too well.
Do it again, Pussy.
But the drag back was perfect.
Good. Oh, yes. Yes.
Well done, Potser.
Great finish.
But so, you don't always get the defender from that side. You'll get it from the other side as well.
Right, that's a good point, because that's what I want to ask you now. If I come from this side now, would you then do it with your left foot? Or?
I would, because I'm just as good with both feet. No.
Show me.
Ideally, you'd like to do it with both feet, like with the left. If René comes, you come out. But if you're not that comfortable with your left foot, you can also shield the ball there and do it with your right. Drag back and flick it back with your heel. Because then...
Do you, as a defender, just talk him through?
Because now,
Ali?
then I can control you, because I can shield the ball there, and I can drag it back with the right foot. That's if the right foot is the more comfortable one. Obviously, you can do it with the left as well, but then you need to be comfortable with both feet.
David, you're left-footed, are you? Can you do it?
So you can... I'll be your defender. You okay?
You ready?
Ready?
Yep.
Whoa,
See, you
well
can do
done.
it with your right as well. Well, you were left-footed, weren't you? So, see, he's comfortable with both feet. If you just got a skill for 2 or 3 seconds to beat a man, you can score a goal. Decides a whole year of hard work and everyone's happy. You might win a trophy on it. So for me, I've tried to develop more and more during my years here. At the highest level, that's the thing that makes the difference between Manchester United and other teams, because we've got players that can do these little things in the tight games. For example, Paul Scholes, Ruud van Nistelrooy, any of our players have a skill that we can decide a game with, win 1-0. So my advice is just to keep practicing skills.
A small-sided game is the best place to try your skills out. Let's see how the academy kids do against the pros and 2 world-class goalkeepers.
Come on, we need attitude of shooting. And shoot! Yes! Well,
that's good play by Roger Byrne. Tommy Taylor out wide there. Onto George Best. Oh, brilliant stuff there. Now, good run here by Bobby Charlton. It's looking good.
A lot of young kids, young children, when they realise that they're good at the game, I think most of them would say, well, I'd like to play for Manchester United.
I think the history of this team of United brought us, brought the attacking football in all those years. The players and the coaches and the managers, they preferred the attacking football. All them stars from the past, they made the history. To be fair, and we now have our part in that, and we want to continue that.
There was a wall behind the Stretford end, a big wall, and when I was on my own, I would get a couple of footballs and I would just practice, just knocking the ball against the wall and back to me. I'd use my left foot, I'd use my right foot, I'd a half volley, I'd volley, I would control it with my chest and then I would volley it back, and on my own, I improved myself. I've always used to say to any good young player, if you really want to make it to the top, you have to practice. There isn't a footballer born that hasn't improved because of practice.
A drop of the shoulder and a shift of the feet. They all do it, but it's Scholes' favourite.
You have to work on things in training, to hopefully then they'll come off in a game. Just a matter of trying to create a little bit of space, and then if you have a bit of space, just try and get your shot off or your pass or whatever it may be. It's good when it comes off, obviously, and it's nice to try and just make space for the shot.
The skill I've got for you is a great skill to beat opponents when they are in front of you. A legendary player, Stanley Matthews, used to do this all the time. That's why we call it the Matthews. Let me show you. If you look at this skill, there's not too much to this skill. You're faking the defender to go one way and then you push it away to the other way. With my left, and you go past it. There's 4 steps to this skill.
Step 1. Plant your non-kicking foot to the side of the ball. Exaggerate this step to fool the defender. Step 2. Drag the ball into this space with your kicking foot. Step 3. Bring your kicking foot around inside the ball. Step 4. Push the ball away with the laces of your kicking foot.
Tom, can you just come in and be my defender? So if this is the situation here, right? Step this. What way do you think I'm going, Tom?
Yeah.
Because I dropped my shoulder, brought the ball in, defender steps in, take it, boom, and past the space the defender leaves for you. Right, Tom, you have a go. You're a left footer. You do it with your left. I'm your defender. Oh, great dummy. Danny, can you step in as a defender? Do it again, Tom. Real time now, right? Really full at them. You know that's important. The approach, straight at the defender, full pace. You defend, Danny. Good, excellent.
Learn the steps, then build up to full speed. Watch as the foot moves around the ball. The first touch with the inside, the second with the outside, all in one movement. Paul Scholes has been at the heart of Manchester United's success for the last 10 years. Great goals, tricky skill, and an overpowering will to win have combined to make him one of the first names on the team sheets of club and country. He's loved by the fans and treasured by his teammates.
He's a quiet man, but he's well appreciated by the fans here and of course by his teammates. If he's not scoring goals, he's usually setting them up, and he must be a nuisance for the opposition. And again, we feel very lucky that he's a Man United player.
Paul has come through the same ranks as the young academy players. Now it's his turn to coach them.
Brad, can you come out? Could you, Brad, if you are the defender now and Paul does that, are you ready, Brad? Because he's going to come at you. That's it.
I think it's important to, first of all, try and make you look that way, you know, so just as if I'm going to go this way, so you're looking, and all of a sudden, you know, a little drop of the shoulder and try and get away and get your shot in or your pass or whatever it may be. The basic thing you're trying to do is off-balance him, you know, trying to get the defender to go that way and you sneak off the other way, and you know, hopefully then you can get your shot in or your pass or, you know, whatever you want to do.
Do you think, Brad, that you can do it? Right. Shall we have a go? Can you try? Come on, then. You do it with Paul. Yeah, oh, brilliant. Excellent. Excellent. Can you do it again, Brad? Now a little bit pace. Come on. Oh, very good. There's one thing, Paul, which stands really out, I think, with both you see doing it. It is that when you lean in to that defender, like you said, to off-balance it, this needs to go really quick, isn't it? Yeah. Like that, because that sets you off. Putty, just come out a minute. Right. Let's see if, Putty, you can do this. If I beat Paul like that, boom, all the time, and I do it, have I got another skill to still make him believe I do that, and suddenly I do something different? You think, Putty? What do you think, then? What would you do? What would you do? Come on. Oh, brilliant. Fantastic. That's a great variation. Are you with me, Paul? You think? Is that a good one?
Yeah, it's very good, yeah. If, you know, you can't be trying to do the same thing every time, and if you've got a little bit of variation to go the other way, then that's ideal.
For this skill to really work, you need a moving ball. As the defender expects of Matthews, swing your kicking foot around the ball and push away with the other foot.
Can you still remember, Paul, when you were their age, was there a particular player which you really favoured for, you know, skill-wise, looking at the TV and think, wow, look at him?
Well, skill-wise, there's people like Maradona, you know, watch him in the World Cup, the things he did and the way he went past players, I suppose, was, you know, it was fantastic for children like me to watch. I think it's vital to have players that can go past players with, you know, with great skill. Ryan, obviously, you mentioned, and Rude as well, the fast feet and the skill they show to get past players is great, and it creates opportunities and, you know, chances for other players. It's great to hear so many people chanting your name. It gives you a big lift and a big boost for the game.
For someone as good as Paul Scholes, skill is now instinctive. The Matthews is a great skill to perfect, and with enough practice, you'll be able to perform it without thinking too.
before the ball came to me, I had the belief in my mind that I was going to run at the defender and beat him, and I knew which trick I was going to use. The defender was quite isolated, I think, at the time, so all I needed to do was, you know, unbalance him, just send him one way and go the other. And, you know, with me being so positive, I managed to get past him, put a crossing in, you know, Scholesy did what he does best.
Scissors. Great skill to beat an opponent when you're running straight at them. Have a look. Going straight at the defender. Let me show you going the other way, because with the scissors you can beat the defender either way. Let's break it down. There's 4 steps to the scissor.
Step 1. Plant your non-kicking foot behind the ball. Knee bent, weight going forward. Step 2. Swing your kicking foot around between ball and standing leg. Place the weight on this foot. Step 3. Move your kicking foot around behind the ball. Step 4. With the laces of this foot, push the ball past the defender.
Jesse, can you be my defender in a minute? Right, you're the defender, Jesse. I'm running straight at you, a space behind you. I'm using the scissor to beat you. Are you ready? Right, there you go. Right, important. Jesse didn't do too much as a defender. It's important that you have the right distance, that you not get too close. Because if you get too close, the ball will run into the defender and you will lose it. Jesse, you're gonna have a go. I'll be your defender. So remember that, Jess, right? That you keep your right distance, otherwise you run into me. Off you go. Brilliant, brilliant one, well done, good. Yes, that's it. You need the right distance away from the defender. That's it, Ben, well done.
Watch the swing of the foot around the ball. The quicker you do this, the more you'll fool the defender.
This is a great variation on the scissors. We do the double scissors, but it means you even need more distance, right? So what you're actually doing is you go twice, right? So you go 1, 2, and then you go past the defender. Let me show you. So it's a good run up to the defender. There's the space, look. 1, 2, hop, and away I go.
With the double scissors, the foot you begin the movement with is the same foot you push the ball away with. Performed well, the scissors is almost impossible to defend against. And to do it well, you need to, you guessed it, practice.
Before I get the ball, I see, well, I'm going to be one-on-one with the defender. So as soon as I control the ball, the first thing I do, the first touch I do is out my feet and I head straight for the defender. And then straight away, the defender goes, whoa, he's running at me here. So as he's backing off, then I can choose which side I want to go. If I'm playing left back and I want to get down the left wing, I'll go right over left. If I'm playing right back, I'll go left over right and vice versa. But the most important thing to me is a good touch out your feet and head straight for the defender. That backs him off. It gives you a little bit of time to decide which way you want to go.
What about the distance, Phil, to the defender? I mean, you know, the ball is rolling, you going forward, you still have to do that.
I don't think you can get too close. I think you still need time, you know, to throw a good dummy in and then push it out your feet. So you can't get too close to him. You just get enough space between you both so you can get the skill in and go past him.
Anton, could you just have one more try to see if you could beat Phil? Because at the end of the day, you try to be a Premier League defender here, right? So try to see if you can put everything in practice, right? You're really going for it, are you? Hey, look him in the eyes. You want to scare him. Are you ready? Go. Good lad.
Good lad.
Brilliant. Good distance, Anton.
What Anton did there was very good. His first touch was straight at me, and straight away I thought he's coming at me. He didn't get too close. Right over left, and he's away. He can shoot or he can score, and that was very good.
If you have the space, double up the scissors to unbalance a defender.
I think this is even better than the single scissors, because you do this a couple of times, and obviously every game's on television. People expect you to just do the scissors all the time, but if you can throw the double scissors in, then that'll fool the defender even more. So You need to just leave yourself a little bit more space than you would for a single scissors, because obviously you've got to go around the ball twice. But again, head straight for the defender, bags of confidence, believe that you're going to beat the defender, and I'm sure you will.
Even there, where Phil has his first touch, the moment he throws his first foot around the ball, that's when defenders go, what's next? And then before they even can readjust, you go bam, bam, and that's it. But you saw the space in between, and that's
I think it's important that the space still remains quite big between you, because you've got to get 2 scissors in now. And, you know, you need space just in case, you know, the pitch is a little bit dry or the pitch is wet. You need that space between you, so you've still got space to go either side to put a cross or a shot in.
You practice skills, you have to go past players, so you need to develop a technique and a skill that will fool the defender. From a very early age, that's all me and Gary have done, really.
So Phil and Gary learnt the same way you will. With a ball, some space and lots of dedication. This type of skill is achievable and a lot of fun.
So the first touch, there. Take him on, take him on! When we have possession, stretch, play the full width of the pitch. Well done, that's it, good lad. Oh.
My role is to look after the food and fluid intakes of the players and make sure that they're getting all the right nutrients.
All those things that, you know, you grow up as a kid eating, you know, they're still the things that you like now, but you just eat them in moderation.
It's all about balance.
Chocolate,
fruits,
Chinese,
vegetables,
crisps.
Occasional convenience food or junk food, balanced with good eating for the rest of the week, is not a problem at all.
It is a lot stricter. I mean, you don't, you know, eat as much as what you would like in terms of those sorts of foods, but it's a small sacrifice, and to be honest with you, you have to look after your body.
I used to have before crisps, but since I come here, they're measuring all our body fats, and I've stopped that.
Can't beat it what a young player has when he comes into the team. The fearlessness to go out and not be afraid. People say to me, like, what's it like playing in front of 67,000? Like, I'd be more afraid taking a golf shot on the first hole in front of 10 people than playing in Old Trafford. It's a strange feeling, and being young helps you get over that fear.
Roll across. Let me show you how we do it first, before I go and say anything further. Roll across. Very good skill where there's loads of defenders around you. Ben, can you come in? You are the defender coming in from this side. Nicky, when you come on this side, right? You're all coming in close, right? I need to try to lose you both. Are you ready, Ben? Right? That's it. Great. Fantastic. So, you know, Anton, can you come in? Right, Anton? Good lad. Excellent. Well done. Very good. Excellent. Good stuff. Four steps to this skill.
Step 1. The ball's in front of your kicking foot. Step 2. Place your kicking foot on top of the ball. Have your weight on your non-kicking foot. Step 3. Roll the ball across your body with the sole of your boot. Shift your weight to the other foot. Step 4. Push the ball past the defender. For the move to work well, you need to perform it quickly.
Do you remember your Newcastle away game?
I was going to say I could have been lucky, but...
Yeah, but still, you know, you actually got pressurised by 2 defenders. And a crossbar, and it was Giggsy, I think.
Finished it.
Who picked it up. Can you show us that, John? Just that simple thing, yeah? Just...
It's important because the defender facing you have to try and give him the dummy. So It's your body shape. You need to push him that way. Then you go like that, boom. And you're hoping that your touch can take away the second defender. It's very important. You might go too far over and the other defender will take it. So you got to do it in a quick motion.
So we quickly picture it, Justin. If you were the first defender, you're challenging, let's say you're challenging John from here in the box, and now we're pretending that the goal is over there, right? That's the situation. And Ben, you were the second defender who was like a little bit like that. That's the tight situation where we're looking at. So then, just try to do it again, John, now, the same thing. Off, in, and between. Remember that? Right, step back then. Brilliant, well done. Justin.
You want to give it a go?
You think you can do it?
Yeah.
Right, just turn it up, mate. Let's have a look at it. Right, John is the first defender. Ben is still the second defender.
You got to give me the dummy. I'm going to go this way.
Right, come on, Justin. Yeah, excellent.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Brilliant, excellent.
I think the hardest part there maybe is the drag. That's what I'd feel anyway, but the best way I used to practice it was I just used to run to the halfway line, sideways, just kept doing that. And on the way back, I'd use the right foot. Keep doing that. You might find it's a little bit boring, but once you know you can do it in a match, if you're going to be under pressure and you're going to be able to beat a defender and get a chance on goal, it's going to be fantastic, so keep practicing.
It's an incredible feeling coming down the tunnel. The hair stand up on the back of the neck. Absolutely incredible.
Came really too natural to me. You had to keep practicing at it, and gradually you get better, and I've always been fortunate to be fairly comfortable on the ball, but it's when you practice that the skills come off.
It wasn't too long ago that John O'Shea was in the same position as these academy players. He's grown a bit since then, though.
They're all hard work they're trying to give to you.
Well, lads, go on, Nick.
Beautiful, Jim. Good game, Ella. Good goal.
We have several main aims. The most important one with young players is to make football a fun experience. The ultimate aim is to produce players who are capable of playing in our first team.
There have been many of those over the last decade. Scholes, Giggs, the Nevilles, the list goes on. And they all learnt those skills under the guidance of the United coaching staff.
When you get the airway learning experience, what we do with 8-year-olds and 9-year-olds, that stays with them. That's the best time. They always say about those ages from 8 to about 12 years of age are the real fundamental years in terms of bringing a basic foundation into everyone's teaching experience.
We want them to dribble because it's flair that will eventually win Manchester United championships. Teamwork's important, but it's the flair players that fill the stadium every week.
It's just better quality all round, really, better facilities. You're playing with better players. The coaches are obviously well respected. It's just a massive change and one that you've got to enjoy and make the most of, really.
United's scouting system spreads across the northwest, looking for youngsters to introduce into the club's academy centres. The cream of the crop get invited to United's training ground at Carrington from the age of 9.
I think that the academy is probably the best in the world. The staff that I have are highly skilled, very, very committed, and that we're going to have a steady production line of players for the future. I mean, my hope is obviously that we can keep producing players that will service the first team. And if not, they benefit from being here, and there'll be a lot who never play for Manchester United, but who will always say it was wonderful to be there because they made a great success of their life having been part of our development system.
nicer than attack. There's nothing more beautiful than score a goal and to beat a player, and that's what you do everything for. That's why you run in pre-season. That's why you practice all your skills. That's why you know, that's the reason for me to be a football player.
Play.
There are skills you can use in any situation, but every now and then there's one skill that's just right.
Hold it there. Stop. Well done. Just bring it in a minute, Justin and Jesse. Just come in here. Let me show you. Roller coaster is a great skill. When you're running at pace at a defender, you try to run into the space next to the defender, right, which you were doing. Let me show you how that roller coaster goes, right? You're taking the ball at an angle, flick around, you twist, and you beat the defender in the space beside him. Let me break this down, and there's 4 steps to this skill.
Step 1, place your kicking foot on top of the ball. Step 2, use a little jump to plant your kicking foot over and in front of the ball, twisting your body at the same time. Step 3, place your non-kicking foot on top of the ball. Step 4, use that foot to drag the ball past the defender.
Now, Jimmy, just step out and let's revisit what Ben was doing in the game, right? Ben, you were running in the space beside Jim, right? Just in straight line, Jim, with me, right? So there we go. Look, I'm taking it beside Jim, and when he steps out, that's when I do the roller coaster to beat him.
It looks complicated, but follow the steps and remember that little jump to get your foot in front of the ball.
Ben, you step out. You do the same thing, right? As you were running into the space beside Jimmy, and now you try to do the roller coaster to beat him. You happy? Go. Brilliant, well done, excellent. Remember, with every skill, when we've done the skill, we want an end product, right? This one is excellent to set you up for a shot, and ideally, score a goal. Let me show you. When I'm here in Ben's position, we've got a small goal there, but Jimmy is again defending. I take him away. There you go, Jim. Look, he comes across. Bang. This touch sets me up for a shot. Boom. And finish. Right? Take him to the side. Twist, turn, finish. Good. Well done. Turn, left. Well done, Justin. Finish. Good. A confident finish as well. Bang. Play it in, Nicky, quick. Good turn, bang, fantastic.
It's one of the most dramatic skills in football. But remember, start out slowly to perfect the spin. Once you've got the footwork sorted, build up your speed.
I think the defender, they're never gonna read what you're gonna do, and what you know is you're going to want to that way. So you take it the other way a little bit, just a little, and then you make the movement.
Excellent.
Just you speed up the whole thing. You dribble, you take him here, and then bam. That's where you want to go quick.
Daddy, can you step out as defender?
He's big, huh?
Bang. Fantastic. Good stuff. Danny, can you have a go? And Ruud be the defender.
Ooh.
You go, Dan. Yeah. Oh, unlucky.
It's okay. It's the first time. Do it again. Yeah, you see, that's important, huh? Things can go wrong because you're not going to be perfect the whole game. You're going to make mistakes, but you don't care. That's the main thing. The moment you make a mistake, it's over. You go for the next one. You never stop doing it. Yes.
Oh, yes.
That's the one.
Excellent. Brilliant.
He does that well, eh? He comes dribbling, and then he makes the...
Yeah.
He's speeding up the things.
Just
that's
one
good.
more. Lionel, can you have a go just to see if other players can do it as well? Right? You don't have any trials, Lionel. You just go full speed straight away. Are you happy? Go on then.
Yes, well done. Good
and
finish.
A great finish. Excellent. Just bring it in, Lionel. Well done.
I think The very most important thing is that you always keep trying. And you just saw the example. He tried to do a skill, it didn't work out, but okay, that's part of the game. The next time you get the ball, you get new chances. It doesn't matter if you score in the 97th minute or in the first minute or at just before half-time. It's just for the whole game you're focused on what you want to do. You work hard, work for your team, and never stop trying.
It's a party. It's a party. It's a party. It's a party. Whoa.
If these kids can live up to that, they'll be stars in the United first team, just like Ruud.
Take him on. Woo! Well done. Yes, finish. Good. Finish.
Now this is how you do a roller coaster.
Good. Finish.
Finishing was again different class.
We're dealing with like 90-odd players a day, twice a day, so there's 180 training kits alone. And it's a constant production line going all the time. They have a new kit for the morning, new kit in the afternoon, and before girls, they just work the socks off.
Every mistake that's made at the club is Albert's problem. It's his fault.
A trick that I played on him, and all the staff were in on it, was his bag, a bag that he had that I christened the decorator's bag. And one day he came in with this bag, and he said, "Will you just set that upstairs?" He said, "While I go and do an interview." So I said, "Yeah, no problem."
So it was a game, Albert, you were murder. That kit wasn't played out right. I wasn't weighed out the right way.
I knew he was going away with his wife, so I loaded it up with a load of, under all his clothes, I loaded it up with a load of paintbrushes, old rollers and odds and sods, and zipped it up and put it in his office, and off he goes on his holidays with it. Well, about 1 o'clock in the morning, the next morning when he gets to his destination, the phone went. The language was choice, but it was a good laugh.
He's used to that, you know. It's just a gentle joke.
There have been many great years at United, but none better than 1999.
We just knew that there was something magical going to happen.
On the 30th of May, the team returned to a hero's welcome after winning an unprecedented FA Premier League, FA Cup and Champions League treble. The reception that awaited them was all a bit too much for one local lad.
One of the highlights for me was coming home and being born and bred in Manchester. Was when we went under the bridge at Deansgate on the bus and just saw the people down Deansgate. I'll never forget that moment. It was frightening.
In his time, Albert has seen lots of trophies arrive, but he still gets a buzz from watching the team he's supported since childhood.
I've had a season ticket since I was 6. I've still got. And the football that I've seen at this club over the years has been, well, fantastic. And I turn round even now when I'm sat on the bench and I say to the manager or Mick Phelan, by God, we can play.
It's getting better nowadays, and you are having a lot of skills, and that's nice for football. Also, you need to have everything, you know, players who have skills and other players who tackle everything, you know, in a team, because it's not all show for the people, no. So it's getting better.
Ah, good strike, Justin, well done. Great one, Jimmy. Number 3, Jess. Oh, Nicky, last one. Well done. Bring it in, Jess. I'm the striker. With the back to the goal, and I'm marked. Anton, you're my defender. So, that is a different situation. I'm not facing the goal yet. So, Jesse, if you can have the ball, you're going to play me in. I need a skill to get around Anton. Look at this. Play me in, Jess. And then I still can finish. The pace of the ball is very important because you use the pace to spin around and away of the defender.
Step 1. As the ball is travelling towards you, take a step forward and plant your non-kicking foot in front of the ball. Step 2. Receive the ball with the inside of the kicking foot. Step 3. Twist your body and take the ball away, all in one movement.
Anton, can you come back out again? You are the striker now. You've got the ball. Good. Now it's important, Anton, that, because I'm marking you very tight, that you get away of me. So what you do is, that's right, good positioning, sideways on, get your arm up like this and push me away to get that yard. Right. Oh, excellent. Good. And bang, and a good finish. Good shot as well. Twist, good, and finish. It's important you really take the ball away from the defender in that spin. Good, well done. A confident finish as well. Fantastic.
Make a big step first. Without that, the ball will stick in your feet. Diego Forlan has more than his fair share of skills, and as a striker, this turn is a must.
What's important points to look at to make this skill work?
Well, they have to look the player who have the ball.
Yeah.
And well, they have to know each other, and something important is to know where is the defender, because if you don't have how do you say
the field where
he is, he can anticipate your ball.
Right.
So it's difficult for you. So you need to have sometimes the defender in your back. Then you push him and you go, and then you have the time to turn.
This turn is so effective if you want to use the speed of the pass to turn the defender and get a shot in.
Right. Who wants to have a go with that? Justin, you my man, right? Diego, can you defend him?
Yeah,
right?
No problem.
And then, you know, just talk him through a little bit, help him if he doesn't do anything the way you want it. Oh, he's going the other way as well. Excellent, good stuff, beautiful, well done.
Very good.
Jesse, can you do it? Excellent.
Very good.
What was good? What was good about when he pushed himself away? What did you do? Yeah, but you did something.
Look, shouted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He shouted. Because that's important to keep, you know, communicating.
Yeah, it's very important, both, because you can do the movement, everything, and sometimes in a game you're trying to do this, and they give you the ball, and the other player give you the ball in the wrong moment, so you're not going to turn like this. You have to wait, stop the ball, and it's another situation, you know? You have to sacrifice something. Like being here, you have to be without, not being with your friends and family, so to do something if you want and to do it well, you have to sacrifice some things.
Let's put the boot on the other foot. Every now and then you're going to come up against an opponent with skill, and you better know how to deal with them. Manchester United's defenders are among the best in the world, so who better to talk you through the art of defending?
You try to guess which trick he's going to do, which direction he's going to go, and you try to stay on your feet, because that's the best way to defend. The tackle is the last one you want to use.
Tip number 1, stay on your feet. Only tackle as a last resort.
If he's strong on one side, if he's right-footed, maybe show him onto his left. Maybe try and affect him in other ways, and that means maybe tackle him hard, see if he's brave, maybe You know, try and talk to him, mentally try and affect him. There are ways that you can get to play. I mean, if a player is mentally strong, quick, strong, he's getting service, then you are in trouble.
Tip 2. Physical strength isn't always enough.
A lot of it's mental. At the end of the day, you've got to keep your eye on the ball, not dive in, because, you know, if you've got a tricky forward out there, you know, you just knock it past you. And hopefully, you know, your teammates will help you out anyway and, you know, cover you just in case, you know, he actually does go past you and you've got help around you as well.
Tip number 3, turn defence into attack.
When I was young, I was playing midfield, running everywhere, up and down the field. So I always had that attraction for going in attack.
There are few faster fullbacks in world football than Mikhail Sylvestre. And he proves that even if you're a defender, you can still be an attacking, skillful player.
The emphasis is obviously on winning, but to do it in style. It's what makes this club different from everybody else. The whole time I've been a kid watching Man United, they've always excited me, and that was a main factor in me coming here as well. Obviously being successful is the #1 thing, but when you do it in style, there's no better feeling, I'm sure.
Right, Potsy, ball. Brilliant, bring it in, boys, bring it in, lads. Flick behind, right? You can see Rue doing it in attack. You can see Ria doing it in defence. Let's have a look at it. Potsy. Can you play me the ball in, right? If the ball comes in, there's the flick, out you go. Great skill to get away. Same thing, Potsy. Play me the ball in again with my other foot. Ball comes in, right now with your left, boom, and you change the other direction in the other way. Brilliant. Play me the ball and then you put me under pressure. Come on, that, and out I go. Change direction and away you go. No chance in coming back. Dan, if you can come in for a minute. Danny, you are my defender from behind, and Tom has got the ball, right? There's the situation, because now, there's the goal. Ruud is there, so midfielder's breaking forward. There's the defender. First thing what Ruud needs to do is create space, right? Just pushing away with the defender, create that yard, play me in. Now he can do the same flick, and then he again goes forward to maybe shoot a goal.
Step 1. You need to be square onto the ball as it travels towards you. Step 2, take a big step and plant your non-kicking foot in front of the ball. Step 3, as the ball rolls between your legs, bring your kicking foot in beside the ball. Step 4, with the inside of your kicking foot, flick the ball behind your standing leg.
Well done. Come on, David. Good. Come on, David, play it in. And stop there, 1 second. Oh, Brad, let me stop you there, 1 second. Right, David, you've got the ball, right. Brad, if you don't open your legs enough, the ball will hit your back heel, right? David, roll that ball in. So when the ball comes in, make sure you make a good big step to put that full, that's it. See? Now you're creating the space to flick the ball through. Can you flick it through now? Excellent, well done.
Look at the big step here. Remember, get the first movement right and it will make the skill easy.
You little Manchester lad, yeah? What's happened to your hair, man? Is that a new style on the street?
Takes him half an hour every morning, will you?
To do your hair like that? You feel it? Is it hard? Jeez.
When the ball comes in, there's your little flick out and away.
The pace of the ball's got to be right, a little bit quick. And you've got to have the right people around you to make you do it. You can't, there's no point in doing it when there's no one there. It's good you've got to look around before you, innit, and see what's happening around you. Make sure there's no players in your way. If there's someone around you and you need to get out of trouble, maybe not just doing that. There's not enough sometimes. You might have to put a little feinting to go backwards again. It depends how it comes as well. I think, for me personally, if I say to myself, I'm going to do a certain skill when the ball comes to me now, it doesn't really work as well, does it? I think it's when it's just off the cuff, when it just happens like that, when the ball comes into you and you don't think about it and you just do it automatically, that's when it works the best.
Where would you use the skill in the game?
When someone passes the ball and like there's a few players around me and I'm under a little bit of pressure and I need to get out of their way, that's when you use it to get out of trouble and then pass it to a teammate. Because sometimes you don't want to just kick it into the stands when you're under pressure. You want to be able to keep the ball for your team.
Where else on the pitch would you use a skill?
And where do you play?
Left wing or
Left wing when you're up left wing or up front. When someone gives you the ball and you've got someone up behind you maybe, you're away from trouble.
Rio, shall we test them? Shall we play them a couple of balls and then see how they work?
Let's see how they can do it.
Lionel, can you step out? Step out on this side. Rio's got the ball. Rio's closing you down.
Yeah.
Can you get out?
Give him an easy one first.
That's
nice.
It. Well done, Lionel. Right.
How old are you?
10.
10.
Right then. Put him under pressure, Rio, now.
Yep.
Come on, Lionel, you ready?
Oh, nice.
All right. Can you do the same thing? Lionel?
Yeah.
Do the same thing, but do Rio's skill. You know what I mean? Just flick it behind. See, you want to see if that works.
See, I've got a skill. That's nice. Yeah.
That's it. Well done. Right, anybody else? Tom, because you're left-footed.
Yeah.
Right? So you might do it with your left to get out of trouble. Good lad. Good stuff.
Nice.
Good stuff. Brilliant.
See, when I was growing up, it was a lot more about on the winning the games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When you used to see all the skills on the council estates, or whether on the streets, and that, you used to see the skills, but not in the football clubs.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully, it seems to be coming back.
Practice your skills whenever you can, wherever you can. If the biggest club in the world values this, you should too.
From your own personal point of view, are there a couple of other skills that you know, like in the game, you feel comfortable with?
Yeah,
like
the one, it's like, I'll call it, it's like the, I know Peter Beardsley used to do it all the time.
Right.
To get us a bit of space to shoot, but yeah, you know, that one when you go like that.
Oh,
you're running
right,
at somebody.
Just a little...
Yeah, or the ball's coming towards you, say you play him in the ball. I think I'd have left you for dead there. Well, that normally gets you a yard normally, if they don't know you. Sometimes if a player knows you and you do it all the time, then you can get into trouble. But that's why you need to have variation on skills.
Oh, absolutely right.
Seeing all the other stars there was not daunting, but it was nice to be in that kind of company. I've never been in a situation where I've had so many world-class players under one roof, and it was nice to be a part of that.
But how would the world's most expensive defender fare against some world-class players of the future?
We won.
Oh,
good stuff.
Picture my team.
Yeah.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Countless goals for United, but there's one that stands out.
Scoring in my debut must be up there. That's fantastic. But any goal you score here, you remember all of them. I do. You get an understanding with the crosser, because the defender, he has to look at the ball, and you as a defender. So for me, I know when to time my run. If you're a defender, and my first run will be to check that way. If the cross comes from there, then you look at me so I can get in front of you. Make space for yourself.
Solskjaer is particularly good at controlling high passes. He uses his shoulders to help him cushion the ball on his chest and then spins to score.
Ole, just one touch. Give it a good lad. That's a good one. Boom, finish. Bang. Three. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, beauty. Excellent. Yes, beauty. Oh, yeah. Boom. Oh, fantastic. Oh, yes, beauty.
Most of the time you got a defender against you. So when you chest the ball, you chest it away from the defender and you control it. And then it's important not to take, when you take the ball, not that it takes too long in the air. Bring it down and shoot on the
Don't shoot it, might throw you a ball, just to show you.
Down and shoot.
Oh, Tom, right. Brilliant.
You don't want to chest it so it goes up, then the defender he's got time to tackle you. Down and shoot before it bounces.
That's an easy one to try, and our final skill of the programme. Now it's time to go out and put the instruction into practice. So the best footballers in the world have shown you how they play like champions. Use these skills, express yourself. They could be your route to the top.
I think if you take these things, your ability to be able to play in a game of football with a good talent and have great enthusiasm about you, you're going to have a career, without question.
If you're going to be a footballer, be a good one. Everyone has a dream. If you're going to have a dream, make sure it's a big one.